It's me, Pretty Pink Pony.
Girl. Hey, yo! Happy Monday! Get into it. Get into it. Hey, honey, freaking girl in the spot tonight. Twist it up and drop it like it's hot. Tonight I got a question. Is you really down to pop or what? Turn the track up. I don't think this shit is loud enough. Hey, I feel like a celebrity. If you're mad, then go to therapy. But I can't help it. I make it look so easy. Hey, leave a one in the chat if it's too easy. La 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 la. Shout out to the icons of the day. First icon of the day is none other than okay. Actually, the first icon of the day, it looks like it is on their lease, and then it's 5 a.m. __, and then it's Majestic Milotic. Thank y'all for showing up to the stream on time. I'm sorry for being 20 minutes late. But I was doing things that y'all normally know that I do before stream, so it's fine. I did drop a stream schedule this week. It's in the Discord server, and it is and it is posted on my Blue Sky for now. I will also probably post it on my Twitter later. Not that any of y'all really go read my Twitter, but it's whatever. Too easy. Hey, it's too easy. Da 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 da. Yes. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Hi, Pickled. I know Pickled is here. Hi, Drago. I don't know if Drago can see me right now. Shout out to Drago, though. Hi, Milotic. Hi, Annalise. Hi, Sam. Who else is here? Anybody else? Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone. Shout out to the lurkers. It's too easy. Yeah, so I can see you. Hi, Drago. I hope you're doing well. What are y'all all up to? I'm hungies. If I get super hungry, I might have to take a break and go get something to eat. But I was trying to hold off because I ate at like 10 o'clock and it's 12:30, so I shouldn't really be super hungry. But it is what it is. Don't you love my style? Don't you love the way my phone keeps going off all night? Push me to the window, drop it to the floor. You already know my name, but I don't know yours. And you're so mad about it, cause I got a lot of need for speed. So get that shit on top of me. And I got another place to be, so let me freaky with you now. Get into it. Hey. I want it fast. You've been in your Overwatch era again, period. And the new season comes out tomorrow. That'll be fun. Maybe we could do that instead of something else that I have planned for this week. Maybe we'll do some of that tomorrow. Maybe. I don't know if I'm not gonna commit myself to it, but because I do really want to play ZA, but who knows? My label yelling in my ear, cause they love the money and they want it now. And they love when I a friend in my life. Push me in the pillow, drop it to the floor. Hi, Pinky. And you're so mad about it, and I got a lot of needs for me, so put that shit on top of me, yeah. And I got another place to be, so let me freak it with you. Yes. Yes, the new season comes out tomorrow, and the trailer dropped like 36 minutes ago. It looks so good a cheese. Oh, let's watch it. You posted it in the Discord, right? We could watch it. Fast. I want it fast. I have a surprisingly free Monday, so I'm just chilling. Get a snacky in case you get very hungies. I think I should be fine. Like, I'm pretty good about, like, if I'm super hungry, I can just step away. And there are things in the kitchen that I can just grab. So I should be okay, but I'm just like, let's see where this goes kind of thing. Did you just do the crank it? Crank it. Okay, so let's watch that. Okay, let me set that up. We can start with the Overwatch things. I got another place to be, so let me freak it with you now. Also, I do not. I finally have it set up to where you can see the I finally have it set up to where you can see the what is it called? The crowdfund that we're working on right now, new VTuber fund, right? We've raised 15. We have 162 less. We have just about $162 goal. So yes, that'll be a really fun thing to go for. And we could talk about that in the future if anybody ever has any questions. Okay, so I'm already in the Overwatch chat. Let's see. Is this the trailer? I'm assuming so. Daniel, for future reference, if you want your links in Discord, specifically from Twitter, to be better, then you need to, before you post the link, you go right before where it says, and so right before where you post the link, you put fix up in front of x.com, and it should fix the embed so that you can actually put a video from it. Okay, let's pause the music. Hi, Farm Boy. Hi, Breb. I'm busy MNF and Boots. I'll be lurking illy, Breb. There's something that isn't shown, but it's so good that they're doing this. But it's so good that they're doing this. Yes, yes. Okay, let's watch this. Can y'all hear it? Do I have sound up on Discord? I do. Season 4, Heroes of Busan. Busan baddies!
When it's game time, Mecha Squad will protect our city. Baby, I'm a boss, come with me.
Demon!
These Thunder Sweats can't compete.
Oh, so it's Diva and Demon.
A good speed run is all in the execution.
I might like her, because she's like she's a melee.
So show up and show
Wait,
out.
what?
Let's make up this party.
And so a new army is formed.
Right, okay, girl, whatever, girl.
Successes, you are bound.
Busan baddies, yes. New rank, Emerald. That statue is so fuck ass, I hate to tell you.
Efficient design at work.
Harmony
Ooh.
is found in light and shadow.
And remember, Busan, we've got your back.
Okay, so what I want to go back to before we get too deep into it is this part where they were showing.
The squad isn't slowing down, so show up.
So they
and
have
show out.
like designs and concepts for all the other mecha users as well, but we just don't have them as playable characters. And yet we're gonna have challenges for them in the actual like season, but we're not actually
Show
gonna be
up
able to
and
use
show
them.
out.
But they have all the other mecha characters and they're showcasing them throughout this freaking thing. This trailer. Because that's not just Diva and Demon, that is definitely others. There's one more thing at the end. Okay. The Seraphim. A third Le Seraphim collab would be crazy. A third Le Seraphim collab. The other Le Seraphim collab was last year, wasn't it? That's gaggy. Her mech is the only fuck ass open mech. I'm crying. Demon's first collab skin incoming. Sam, I can't tell if you're happy or sad about Demon. Well, I guess shout out to La Seraphim, I guess. Anyway, no, not that I'm like disappointed or anything by it. I don't really have any strong feelings at all in this particular instance. I'm just kind of like, okay, girl. Anyway, we're going to get into some Pokopia here in a moment. Let me just switch over to Pokopia. And you're so mad about it because I got a lot of need for speed. Oh, she gets a skin. I'm happy for her. Mech just throws me off because why is she not inside it? She is inside it. It's just built different. I think a lot of it's because she's like a melee, and so it makes more sense for her to be a melee and then for her to be controlling the legs with more of her own leg power kind of thing. But who the fuck knows? She's built different. She is. My thing is, why are you going to be showcasing to us all of the different like mech users in the trailer if you're not going to be dropping those mech users right away? Because like we still have a few. I don't know how many characters we have left from the original like concept art where they showed us like all the characters they were going to be dropping, but there was a lot of characters in that, including the first 5 that they dropped during season 1, and now we're at season 4 and they're still dropping characters. But are they done? Because I feel like there were like 10 or 11 in there. Maybe 1 a year. Anyway, so here we are in the Bubbly Basin. Here's my home with Floatzel. Floatzel lives here. Floatzel has a shop here. I don't know why Floatzel is not working the shop here, but I live here with Floatzel for now. Since I have played a little bit. So I did end up getting this built. This is like a big like little mansion basically for Manaphy specifically. I played the story a little bit. Manaphy does live in the area. This is Manaphy's home. I also have Fiona living up in here. I got Fiona recently. I don't know where Fiona is, but I did get Fiona recently. Maybe I'll see the two of them floating around somewhere. You can get Fiona in Pokopia by going to the Starmie Doll Dream Islands, yeah. And you get the Starmie Doll by playing the story. I'm not seeing Manaphy or Fiona anywhere. And if y'all remember the first day I streamed this last week, I was like, I wonder what legendary Pokemon they're going to be having. And Pero said Fiona, and I said, stop playing with me. Like, not to be hateful, but like I was being honest where I was like, girl, what the hell is that? But also, I'm glad to see Fiona's in the game because I knew Fiona was going to be here. I just didn't want Fiona to be a part of the story. And luckily, it's not. So far, Manaphy has mostly been a little baby sleeping in their little bed. Mostly, Manaphy has been straight up been a little baby sleeping in their little bed. Like, Manaphy lives up here and sleeps in his bed and minds his business, and I allow him to. Have you made any good progress? I mean, not particularly. I have to a certain extent, but it's nothing like. I haven't really done a lot. Like, I did have plans to do some stuff, and I did want to get pretty active today. But I do want to like look around a little bit. I have been playing some of the story. Like, I moved this, and y'all saw me build this the first day. I moved it. I have Luminion and Finneon over here. Finneon does live over there. I just don't know where she is right now. Back here, I actually have Bruxish. She lives right next to this little like nasty little dirty little rock. I have Buizel, Caravana. Obviously, you can see Corsola and Floatzel there. Floatzel is selling some items, which I may or may not come back for. I have a little farm here going. I have Love Disc, which y'all saw last time. She's probably tripping because she lost her home. I wanted to make this house into a house for specifically Love Disc and maybe Corsola. I thought that would have been really cutesy. Maybe give it some like give it some like pink like a pink wall and something like that. I really want to redo this bike shop as well at some point. I don't know what I want it to look like yet, but I do know I want to do it. Over here is where I have Wiglet, which y'all saw last time. I also recently had Wimpod come in, and I posted about it in the Discord if you saw, and I tagged V specifically because V loves Wimpod. How are Clefable, Clefairy, and Jigglypuff doing? Is Cleffa okay? Cleffa is fine. It's the same old in the Rocky Ridges. Actually, I was going to be going and working a little bit in the Bleak Beach today because I wanted to continue to work a little bit on, I wanted to put a little bit of work on putting some windows in that electric type building, aka the Charge-A-Bug building. And so we were going to work on that a little bit. I also recently did get the Pokemon Center done. So we can go check that out too. Here it is. I want to flood this area. Bubbly Beach Baddies, Bubbly Beach Baddies. Oh, I also changed my hair. Yeah, we got the Pokemon Center Tangrowth. I'm not going to be voice acting today. There's another hair that I really want that I think is going to be a little bit better, but you can only get it from the islands, so I haven't done it yet. So I do eventually want to like submerge this particular cave because I don't really care for it. But for right now, we can't actually do that. So we won't be. Help, why is the water not stopping? Yeah, so eventually I do want to submerge this like Pokemon Center, and so that's going to entail me actually needing to move the Pokemon Center completely and then putting it back here once it's able to be submerged, because that you can't like put running water on top of a Pokemon Center. You have to actually put it under the water and then pull it back out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, survey notes, team member A. There were many hardships to overcome, but we finally made it back to this planet. However, the environmental degradation is proceeding at a much quicker rate than we imagined. I doubt we'll be able to stay for long. I was originally slated to help survey the Fuchsia City area. I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to search for my lost Tangela. But we discovered the Cerulean City area has a high chance of sinking into the ocean in the near future. Therefore, we made the decision to prioritize surveying here instead. Considering our current energy crisis, I do not know when we will be able to return to this planet, but I have not given up hope. Is that it? I think there was another page. I know that wasn't like a magazine. What the hell would have that have been? I thought it was a notepad. Where the heck did it go? Because it's not a letter. And it wasn't one of these. Oh, it's in here. Okay, because it's separated. Team member B. Yeah, so this is B, this is B, this is A. This is what we were reading. Okay, so it says on the last page, on the space station we evacuated to, many of the younger individuals I met believe there will come a day when we can once again live on this planet with our Pokemon. We must persist in our efforts, not only for our own sake, but also for the hopeful younger generation. Interesting. So here's the map, actually, if you do want to see it. This is the map. It's upside down. But where Cerulean City is that it's not like covered in ocean or anything. But also, if Cerulean City sunk into the sea, let's talk about it. Actually, let's just straight up talk about it. Hold on, give me a second. Let's have a conversation. What is it? Sabrina, Madonna, I got something I want to talk about. I got something I want to talk about. They did come back, yes. So if we look at a map of the Kanto region, it looks like that map is incorrect then, considering what's currently going on, at least here in Cerulean. Let's see if I can actually get a good map of it. Like an in-game map, maybe. Okay, so I think we're gonna use the Let's Go map here, and I will do... Okay, so here's the Let's Go map. So we previously were taught, like, in the game, where we are in Let's Go, this approximately is where Cerulean City is. So as far as we know, Celadon City and Saffron City, which are these two that are right above this like little almost like Gulf area, they have risen into the sky because the land is pushed up. So they're basically like mountains, and there are parts of the islands that are parts of these two cities specifically that have been pushed so far into the sky that they are now like sky islands. Like there's no other way to describe it, because some of them are genuinely just straight up not touching the ground, while some of the other ones are made into like mountains or some other kind of rock formations where the rock has been pushed up drastically into the air, right, miles above the skyline. In Pewter City, which is over here, a lot of this has been covered because apparently there is a volcano nearby, and so Pewter City ultimately got covered up by a lot of stuff. And so the area in which we are actually inhabiting is actually more of like this area of Pewter City, like the northern side of Pewter City, where there's not a lot of houses that are survived the catastrophe. We start out in Fuchsia City, which is all the way down here. Fuchsia City was already isolated from a lot of other areas because of the waterways, and that's only been further increased because it seems like Cerulean City has been swallowed up by the ocean. So what does that mean for like, but that also includes routes 24 and 25. So what does that mean for like this area right here? Because this is supposed to be the rock tunnel, and like, you know, we don't really see a lot of evidence from Vermilion City, which is right here. We don't see a lot of evidence of like the Diglett tunnel, although I'm sure it was there, or it was intended to be like represented in some capacity. Like we get to Vermilion, and Vermilion is very much surrounded by water. which now makes more sense because Vermilion and Cerulean, like Cerulean is covered though, and Vermilion, it's kind of like you get to the Vermilion City area and you experience all of it near the water, and there's only like one area of Vermilion that's not completely surrounded, which is like representative of what happens in the game. Hi, Rose. And so is Lavender Town also submerged? What's going on with Lavender Town? That's my question. We know what happened with Pallet Town. Pallet Town is here. Pallet Town is kind of more of an island. It's a series of islands now. Pallet Town previously was not islands, so that gives a strong indication of what's going on with Viridian as well. Because Pallet Town was actually connected to Viridian, which was connected to the Pokemon League area. So like all of that was connected. And also that's like right where the forest is. That's also right where Pewter City is. Like all of that's like the western side of the map. Cinnabar was already an island. It's probably going to be completely different than whatever we would expect for it to be. Maybe that's going to be in the future DLCs. Who knows? But like Cerulean being completely submerged and these being completely in the air, then that means that this entire map, because the map that we see in the game, which you can actually see right here, it's the same map, it's just flipped upside down. The issue with said map though is that even with it being flipped upside down, it's still showcasing what you see here when this is not an actual representation of what's going on in the game anymore. Because we're under the water. Under the water, yes. So one of the things that I did want to do though is I want to set up the environment that I know is supposed to be set up here, and that's actually supposed to be Marsh Stomp. I know I need this little thing right here, but I also know that I need a Inkay doll or something, and I don't know where that is. So we should look up where to get the freaking Inkay doll from. I saw a TikTok post about it. Let me see if I can find it. I want it with you, bitch. Inkay doll Pokopia. Did you hear that? The wind-up Inkay is one of the hardest items to find in Pokopia. Okay, got you. Say less. All right, folks, let's roll. I know where to go. I know what to do. I know what it's called of me. I also do want to move the Tatsugiris out here. I'm probably not going to move Empoleon out here because I do want there to be some water types in the beach. But the rest of them, what about the rest of you? Not that deep. Maybe Magikarp, though. I was talking about Magikarp previously, and I still do believe Magikarp should live out here. So the area in which it said, like in the look of this place, hello? Y'all saw that, right? Where was that coming from, though? Down here. Here we go. Hi, Undyne. Leave a one in the chat if you want brand new Chanels. You're liking the look of this place, but where the hell are you? Oh, this is like a laboratory. These reefs are giving Isle Delfino. Yes, and you could build Isle Delfino out here. We talked about this. Bubbly Delfino. I'm sick. Where? No, he said, okay, let me go back to the video. Yeah, so he said that there's breakable blocks. Breakable blocks. I don't see any breakable blocks. What is this, honey? Wind up Inkay! We can do more exploring later. Hi, Terry. Where the heck is that Pokemon who's saying they like living out here, though? What is this, honey? I'm doing great. I didn't actually tell y'all. Hi, y'all. I got up today, a regular time. How was my morning? My morning was great. Thanks for asking. I got up at regular time. I did regular things. I had breakfast. I had a green tea. I had a green tea. My mother recently went to H Mart and she got me some green teas, and so I was drinking one of them this morning for my caffeine. I had my chia seed pudding, which I've been making regularly, and it's really good. I eat it with honey. And then I make it with soy milk and I eat it with honey. And then I also had a breakfast sandwich, and then I also had a banana, and it was delicious. Yeah, and that was at like 9, 10 o'clock. So like now I'm like hungry again, and it's like 1 o'clock and I'm very confused. Exactly, Draco. And that chia seed pudding has been very good for me because it's full of fiber and I am enjoying it. Call me crazy, but what if that Pokemon is living back here? Speaking of Pokemon living. Oh, it needs to be in the water? Gross. It doesn't need to be in the water. Do I have one of those little fans or something? I need something to get rid of these this mud. What are you looking at? You trying to start a fight? I'm way bigger and brawnier than I look, you know. Let me show you. Please don't. Ew. Not too shabby, right? Bitch, I'm not scared of you. Ew. Number 47, Wugtrio, the garden eel Pokemon. A variety of fish Pokemon, Wugtrio was once considered to be a regional form of Dugtrio. Wugtrio, the garden eel Pokemon. That's crazy. Wugtrio, what are your abilities, though? Because you can help me with this. Living out here isolated and stuff. Oh, you do bulldoze? Bye. I need a real water type to help me with this mud. Hi Darius, how are you doing? What are your abilities? What? The bubble helmet is so cute. Yes. Come on. Hit it. Period, Mudkip. Shout out to the floating logs. I bet that would be really nice, especially in the Withered Wasteland, actually, because there's so much river. Okay, and there you go, there's that. And then we could do this. How the fuck? Okay, before I crash out. Oh, it needs to be like right in front of the log, it looks like. I didn't even think that you can build in underwater areas everywhere. Yes. Well, even then, though, this is a log. I'm not underwater right now. I'm above. I'm underground. I'm not above underwater. This, in particular, this cave specifically is just underground. Okay, now what about these? Was there one that I needed to be concerned with when it came to this? There's got to be a reason why they gave us this this little like hot spring area, because like I can't imagine a lot of Pokemon coming over here specifically for the hot spring. But I'll leave it alone until I figure out who's supposed to live here, because if I can spawn more Pokemon out here with using this pool right here and this pool right here before I switch it over to completely submerged, so be it. Speaking of, I need a relocation kit. Leave a 1 in the chat if you need a relocation kit. I need a handful of Pokemon, though. Drifloon still floating around out here somewhere? Thanks for the rocks. That's a grubby pearl. Okay, I need Sunfisk. I need Sharpedo. I need Buizel, Manaphy, and I need Frillish. Leave the emote in the chat if you think that Frillish is girly pop. It specifically said that I need to get Manaphy, so I can go and get Manaphy, but where the fuck is Manaphy? That's the real question. Like, have y'all seen him today? Somebody's in the house. Oh, there's Buizel. And here's Manaphy. I definitely feel like the blue form of Frillish is a little bit more boily pop, but it is girly pop because boily pop is girly pop. Anyway, don't get me started. Hi Pablo, eating your cereal. What kind of cereal? Everyone's here. Why can't I do it if y'all are all here?
What's that in my cup? That's that potion. Rubbing honey's on my skin like it's lotion.
I'm confused. Because everybody's here to do it. Why can't I move it? Bran flakes with oats, but I add some banana and peanut butter. Yum. Nobody's in here. I've never moved to Pokemon Center, so I don't actually know how it works. I just know that you can. It's saying I can't move it. Oh, you want to watch the TV? Well, I think I have some of these things. Hold on. I guess I don't. I could connect the electricity. I just need to go and look in my inventory. Am I missing one? Well, all we're missing is the TV. No shade, but that's fine. That's fine with me. There, now y'all can enjoy the TV. Ew, I do not want to cover my body in mud. I'll leave that to you. Number 15, Marshtomp, the mudfish Pokemon. Living on muddy ground that provides poor footing has served it to train its lower body and cause it to develop sturdy legs. Marshtomp, the mudfish Pokemon. Get into it, girl. Anyway. I was in the middle of something. I really want to relocate this, but I can't. Oh, I think the level is just too low in the area. Because right now I'm at level 4. What do I need to get to level 5? Well, we could just raise the environment level. That'll help. Well, we have the laboratory kit. We also have the small office kits. You know, there was one structure that I saw at the there was one structure that I saw at the Aqua Cottage kit. Ooh, we'll do that one. Sure. There was one structure that I saw specifically at the Dream Island that I would love to replicate. Where should we build this Aqua Cottage? How big is it gonna be? Because, like, if this building, for example, if this is gonna become an Aqua Cottage, like... I would just demolish this building and put this here and then use the parts that are left over for another, for one of these other houses. You know what I mean? Because there's another house right there that needs something. Let's do it. R.I.P. Love Disc, your house is really going to be gone now, girly, but it's too late. Let me go and fill up one of these boxes, though, because I'm sure I have a bunch of crap that I could probably get rid of. So this is supposed to be, like, for all my blocks and my bricks and things. I'm just going to put all my bricks and my blocks in there. And now it can't hold anything else. I'm going to put the rest of my bricks and my blocks in there. And then I will sort it. Get up. What do you want, fish? What do you want, bitch? Oh my god. That seafood boil can't come fast enough. What? Shout out to the seafood boil. Leave a 1 in the chat if you're in the seafood boil. Leave a 2 in the chat if you're gonna eat the seafood boil. Hashtag pretty pink vor, I guess, because what the fuck did I just say? Actually, you know, the thing about it is, I was going to be using this glass. So like I was saying, there were some things in the Bleak Beach that I wanted to work on. And we're going to be working on those things here real soon. But right now, I'm going to focus on what I'm doing currently. Right, so before I get started on this build, I came in like a wrecking ball. I never hit so hard in love. All I wanted was to break your walls. All you ever did was wreck me. Yeah, you wrecked me. You wrecked me. I don't think that this will break this either. Nope. Also, look at this ability, y'all. Did y'all see? Have y'all seen this ability? Have y'all seen this ability? So like when you're Lapras, if you drink a smoothie underground, you can power up your surf ability or whatever, which allows for you to swim underwater as Lapras, which you couldn't do previously. And then you can also break, you can break a good chunk of blocks, like a bunch of them actually. Just like that. Gorgeous. But right now what I need to do is I need to be me. I just want to be me. I just want to be me. I just wanna be free. I just wanna be me, and I want lots of friends that invite me to their parties. There's nothing particularly stopping this. Oh, this. Okay, now we can actually see what this house is gonna look like when we place it here. Oh, that wasn't the house kit anyway. Okay, so I was saying I wanted to put it like right about here. Let's visualize it. That's beautiful. I think I could scoot it up one and over one, maybe. Let's try that. I do love the house styles here. This is nice. Should I push it back? I think I low-key want to push it back. Because then, like, we could modify it and stuff like that. And there could be, like, a little touch of a yard. So I'll put it here. And then I will go and I will knock this out. Which is fine because it's going to need those items anyway. And I don't think the back of the house is going to touch this wall. Yeah, that's cutesy, and then we could just redo the flooring. I do want to pull it off of this path a little, though. So, like, yeah, we could pull it, like, right there. What's actually stopping this? This. Okay, so it's off of that a little bit. I don't think it's going to be touching the back. I low-key... Why do I want to push it back one more block, though? Like, just one more block. What else is stopping me from being great? You. Yes. Y'all, if I was gonna start making YouTube videos, what would y'all want to hear from me? Like, if I had ideas and stuff, like if I started making YouTube videos and stuff, like, what would y'all want to hear? Like, what would y'all want me to talk about? Like, if I was to talk about anything, what would y'all want to hear me talk about? Like, if I was to talk about stuff? Like, if you made a song on a CD? You want to hear me talk about if I made a song on a CD? Would you do Let's Plays? That's kind of what we're doing right now. What do you mean? I said if I was to do YouTube videos, what kind of YouTube videos would you want to see me do? Also, we're having an ad break. Good luck. You should talk about your Pokemon Roman Empire. My Pokemon Roman Empire? You mean like the thing that's like super like stuck in my head all the time whenever I talk about Pokemon or think about Pokemon or feel anything about Pokemon? Do you like fashion? Maybe make outfit concepts based on Pokemon and Pokemon characters? That could be fun. That would be a fun thing to do on stream too. And I could record, like while I'm on stream, I could record it, I mean. But like, girl, why are you here? Girl, I feel like I've been on a trip and I'm just now returning. Hi, Primpla. No bricks in here. There are some lumber in here, though. Don't mind if I do, you know what I mean? Like... and some paper. Don't mind if I do. I'm sure that'll come in handy. The real thing I'm actually here for is bricks. Also, I do want to build the power plant, and I am going to put it over there in the corner of this area, and we are going to have it here, and it's going to be good, and y'all are all going to be happy about it. And no one's going to tell me where else to put it, and nothing else of the sort. I have to go to the bathroom. No bricks. Where are my bricks? Hi, Bolo. I really like when you talk about philosophical things and the like, or when you were talking about stuff like The Little Mermaid. I just really like hearing your thoughts on deep things. You're very cerebral. I think this word with you, I think of this word with you a lot. So tapping into cerebral YouTube would be fire to me. Yeah, for sure. Honestly, camp for just things to piss you off, but that you could be too negative. Not sure how you honestly camp for just things that piss you off. You want me to talk about things that piss me off? Oh, so it's kind of like, that's so Delta, or whatever it is. Where, like, she goes on, or she starts talking about how she was at Subway, and about how she was, like, she starts going off about how, like, so y'all want me to sit here and talk about how I went to the unnamed drive-through restaurant that has the arches for the logo, and explain to you how I ordered something, and then I ordered it with no lettuce, but they gave me lettuce anyway, and how I really don't want the Cyclospora, but also like the meat that was on the lettuce was kind of hot, so maybe I'm not going to get Cyclospora specifically from eating the lettuce, and also I don't think I'm in a part of the country that's specifically being super affected by Cyclospora, but I don't really want Cyclospora, and how like, and then I could also talk about my experience with the McDonald's, where specifically like, I go up to the McDonald's, and every time I go up there, there's like, very young people working the register, which is completely fine. I don't have any opinion on, but the fact that those young people are also working the register and yet also cannot hold at least a 2-sentence conversation without being weird or awkward in a way that actually irks the fuck out of me, like that kind of stuff. Y'all want me to hear about that kind of? Y'all want to hear my thoughts on that kind of stuff? Hi, Sublink. Sublink, you're a visionary. If I were to do YouTube, what would you want to hear? What would you... Poco Europea, hello. Hi, Sublink. If I were to do YouTube, what would you want to hear, or what kind of videos would you want to see me do on YouTube? I fear you just proved why it would be perfect. Well, okay. I haven't gone to McDonald's in probably a good few weeks. So, I don't even know, like... I don't know if I could specifically talk about that, although I do have in-depth thoughts on that because like that's a chronic issue specifically at the one that I've gone to in my area, where like they just have a really bad issue with like like the people who work there just have a really bad issue with like communicating. Like they have like like it's a problem. Like I don't know why Poplio was specifically there instead of being in the actual area. Would you do reviews of products? No. Why? Honestly, no shade, but why would I wouldn't go out of my way to do like, I did not know that's how Marshtomp swims. I mean, that is true. I am asking a Roblox Let's Play. What would I play in Roblox? Thanks, girl. They were talking about hanging out. Marshtomp said, let's go hang out in the mud. Stunfisk got excited and electrocuted Marshtomp. Marshtomp said, I didn't feel it because I'm a ground type. Furry karaoke fire emoji. You randomly got paired with Doja Cat the other day. I sent a message with a pic about it in the Overwatch channel in your server. Today, what? Oh, so she was playing Overwatch and you got paired with her? Did you know it was her? Because like she does open like she does do the voice chat sometimes when she plays. I would be surprised to hear that she specifically plays as Mercy, because last time I checked, she didn't play as Mercy. Maybe she switched. She has shown her like account before. I don't know if you could see her number, like her account, like numbers and stuff, like on her streams. But like, I'm sure if you found like a stream of hers, you could probably verify that it's her. I think you have a good perspective on a lot of things, but IDK, what specifically? Maybe let's discuss while you play some Minecraft in the background. I mean, yeah, I just do that on. I feel like I do that on stream though. You know what I mean? But like having it be kind of like a formal format where I'm like, let's talk about X, Y, and Z, and then I give my opinions on it while I'm also playing a game. I think that would be really interesting, yes. Okay, well, they're building this aqua cottage. It'll be done tomorrow. I'm not gonna reset my game right now, but we are gonna go back to specifically the, we are going to go back to the Bleak Beach specifically so I can do a few things out there, because I wanted to put some windows up in that building. Well, a lot of times you'll be like, never mind, never mind, never mind, and the video wouldn't do that. Well, that's true. No, let's talk about it, you feel? Okay, yeah. What topics would you want to hear me talk about, though, if I were to do that? While we're on the subject, and if you have any ideas or opinions about any future topics that you would like to discuss on stream or in a YouTube format specifically, let me know by going to the suggestions channel in the Discord server. I'm not committing myself to making YouTube content at this time, but that is something on the horizon for me, and I would love to do it in the future. Y'all, and we can even push these, we could push these windows out a little further now. Look at this. To where it's like flush instead of it being like, oh, that is so tea. That's one of the things that they added in the update, is that they gave you the ability to like move things like that. Oh. Is there anything that you're passionate about? I'm passionate about a lot of things, but like, just because I'm passionate about something does not mean that I feel the need to talk about it like that. You know what I mean? Oh, that's a game changer. I don't think y'all get how much a game changer that is, but that really is a game changer. I'm gonna have to come back and edit all these windows. I might do that now. We have plenty of time on the stream. We've just been kind of sitting here and chit-chatting. I do have to go to the bathroom. I do need to go get a snack of some capacity, but right now we're just here chit-chatting. I'm probably gonna make some pizza rolls, no lie. I was thinking about maybe painting these windows anyway, though, because like if this was really like an industrial office building, would the windows be clear like this? I don't mind the color of the lining of the windows, though, but I think maybe that we would do good. We would do good to have like a black kind of window, like a on the trim of it or something like that. But we'd have to go and let's go test that first. But Smear Guru. Pop culture, politics, clearly gaming, current events. I think my thing is like, I don't really like to give a lot of like, I don't like to give a controversial opinion. I think I'm reluctant against doing that. Not that I think that y'all are gonna like judge me for my opinion, because I feel like I have a lot of poignant opinions and I'm relatively like politically correct. Just by default, because I genuinely don't have any intention of ever like, you know, saying or doing things that are going to like, you know, harm somebody. But I don't know, at the same time, I don't think that, okay, let's test it. So I do like a black trim, but how do I feel about this? Yeah. Yes, I'll just paint one. Let's go see what it feels like. I will be back for you, Smear Guru. Like when you gotta switch lanes because things are serving you no longer. Like, I know you say you wouldn't want to give professional advice because you're not a pro lawyer, a doctor, etc., but I think you have a lot of insight others maybe can't see. That's valid. That's actually very valid. Because even then, like, I do utilize, I think the thing is, like, let's talk about it. So I think the thing is, like, I utilize a lot of like I utilize a very specific mindset even when it comes to things like how I approach my streaming. And so like I see I regardless of how other people see themselves or how other people communicate what they see of me or etc., I do see myself very specifically, and I handle myself very specifically and very particularly when it comes to the way that I approach things like streaming or like other ventures that I have. You know, I would love to see a future where I could genuinely consider myself an entrepreneur And the only way that I can actually see that happening is if I take the things that I'm doing currently very seriously. And so I take streaming very seriously, more so than you would see some of my peers doing, or even more so than you would see other people who are even big, who even have a larger following than me doing. And the only reason, and while we can talk about a lot of things that might be barriers to my overall long-term success, I also don't necessarily view myself as unsuccessful. So it's kind of like, those would be really interesting things to talk about. You bring up a good point, Rose. Because I do think that y'all, I understand and I can observe that y'all might value my opinions on some of these things, but at the same time, it's not something that I'm like actively like thinking in my head, oh, well, other people want to hear my perspective on this. But you bring up a good point. I would love to see or hear all of these suggestions in the, I would love to hear or see about all of these suggestions in the Discord server, specifically in the suggestions channel. If you feel passionate enough about your suggestion in this conversation, please go send it in the Discord server, because I'm obviously not going to remember a lot of this. I don't always watch my streams back, and it's going to be hard for me to come back and specifically look for this conversation because I'm doing other stuff while I'm doing this and talking about this with y'all. That being said, I want to test something. Okay. So I do kind of like the black mirror, like not the black mirror, the black window. So like I put an effect on it. I like the black because the clear, it's almost kind of like the black gives it more of like a clear, like inside in like perspective. I think I really like that. I also really like the black trim because it goes along with the black of the tiling. So I think that that's what I'm going to work on when I come back. But for right now, we're actually going to take a little bit of a break. Not because I don't like taking a break really early on in the stream though. But we are going to take a break. We're going to do a Pokemon quiz, and we're going to do a Pokemon quiz. Y'all are going to be specifically naming the water type Pokemon. I think we've done this one before. I can't tell you what timing y'all got on it last time we did it. I will have the shadows on. And let me put this in full screen. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'm going to go and look for a snack. I'm probably going to put some pizza rolls in the microwave, and then I will come back. I'll probably be about a good 5 to 10 minutes. I don't think I'm going to be a full 10. So we can do this. Okay, and I will also play some music for y'all. And y'all can start this, and you can start the Pokemon quiz whenever you're ready. Before we get too far away from it, I do want to add these songs to the playlist because I am starting a new Pretty Pink playlist, even though I never posted the last one. So I will do that. Also, no, like I was so hungry. I was genuinely so hungry. Okay, so let me go and do these, let me go break down these windows really fast. I can't believe I have to redo all these windows now. Oh. R.I.P. Electabuzz, he just lost his garbage bin. Screamtail ended. Help! Not too much on Screamtail. What did she do? I need more precision than what I'm currently utilizing right now to actually do this. Is this just an iron tiling? Yes, okay. So while I hate the time consumption that it would take for me to do this like this, I'm gonna do it like this until we get to the bottom floor, because I don't want to tear up all the shit that's out here anymore that I already have, because like I already messed up this. What did I mess up? I broke something over here. Oh, one of these stairs. I'm tired of breaking shit. Why do we have to put the divas against each other? Right, right. You know, I was actually going to talk in depth a little bit about the GPL. Do y'all want to hear my thoughts on that? I'm going to talk about it here, but I'm probably not going to, like, post about it or anything like that. If y'all have any thoughts or opinions that you would like to express about the GPL, the way the GPL went or anything like that, we can talk about it here. It's an open forum. However, I am not open to criticism, especially not... I'm not really open to any form of criticism. That's actually going to piss me off, so please be nice. I'm open to negative opinions and suggestions, but I really don't want... but I'm not open to criticism, so negative opinions need to be kept at a minimum right now, because it creates a forum for people to spread negativity about things, and I really don't want that. The reunion episode? Hell, would y'all like a reunion episode? No, we'll save that for the, we'll save that for something else. A beach vacation can run anywhere from about $300 to about $1,000 on a regular, you know, regular schmegular degular. It depends on where you go. It depends on where you fly from. It depends on a lot of things. It depends on where. It depends on how long you stay. It depends on what level of comfort you like when you actually go on vacation. To be honest with you, I didn't put much thought into Peachy's beach vacation, and I have not checked the credit card statement, so I cannot say exactly how much she spent. What I will say is that I had it planned for a long time that Peachy was not actually missing. Not to spoil it for anybody, but if honestly, it's been out, you could watch it. Okay, I finished my pizza rolls. I did not like how y'all voted out Miss Eva Electrics at all. That was actually like that was probably the lowest point of the entire playthrough for me, is when Eva Electrics got removed from the team. Not because I was super attached to her, but also I was just kind of like, girl, where can we go as a girly pop collective when Pokemon like that are getting the boot? You know what I mean? So I was really more concerned with what the final team was gonna look like than anything to be like super specific or attached to. But also, I do love having a Pika clone on the team because I feel like it's festive. You know, with the stream concept, with the concept of my VTuber, with the concept of everything, I think that having a Pika clone on the team at all, it's nice to have, and I love it. And so I really do love having a Pika clone on the team. And so that's also the thing about like Luca the Pommy. from the badge quest. Like, I was really disappointed when Luca got removed, and the fact that nobody cared and nobody wanted to pull it back. I was just kind of like, oh damn, y'all don't see the vision, and that's okay, because sometimes y'all don't see the vision, and sometimes there's not a vision to be seen. In the case of Luca, there was no vision to be seen. In the case of Eva Electrics, there was a vision, and y'all just didn't see it, and that was okay. I was also excited to see Eva being voted back in. I was also really glad to see that that Serenity was getting like a little bit of fan service, or not fan service, but Serenity was getting a little bit of a fan base around her, because I thought, you know, we had I had taken suggestions from a handful of people for Pokemon that we could add into the playthrough, and unfortunately I didn't have the space or the time, and I didn't see the logistical reason to have as many as, like, I asked for more than I had. And that I had more than I had introduced, and I just didn't see a logistical way that I could make it to where we had another Pelipper delivery where somebody else delivered a Pokemon prior to after around the 7th gym, and make it make sense. So even though there was an episode that was added in between the 7th and the 8th gyms, unintentionally, I had one more Pelipper delivery that never made it to the screen. The likelihood of me playing a Kalos game is not non-existent, but it is kind of low at this moment in time. What else? The Wally delivery was a last moment idea. Originally, I think I was gonna have it be a Steven delivery, but I decided against it because I didn't want to wait that long to give y'all the ending. And while it would have made sense for me to be like, oh, by the way, you know, here's the delivery I just got from a Pelipper, I wanted it to be more like campy, so I decided the Wally delivery would be funnier. At current, I don't see, if we were to do another GPL or any kind of other playthrough, I don't see it being another Pelipper delivery. Pelipper was specific to Hoenn. I did really love, I loved recording those though. I ended up, like every time that I would do a Pelipper delivery, I would have to record all the voice lines before, obviously. So I would have to do like all of the, so I would have to do the entire letter, whatever letter was being sent. Any ad-libs from Pelipper or anything like that, all of that had to be pre-recorded, and I loved recording that. It was really funny. But I do believe that the Pelipper delivery is going to be specific to the Hoenn region. Sparkle the Pachirisu, yes. That was from Damsel. Damsel suggested Sparkle the Pachirisu, and me and her were both very disappointed that we were not able to make that happen. I mean, it is what it is. But we both wanted to see Sparkle the Pachirisu like thrive, and while I was disappointed, especially because like y'all, for those of y'all who saw like Damsel's Magical Girly Pop Lock, her last one, she had 2 Pokemon in there that were named after Pokemon that me and Arya had created for her. And so Arya had created a Swablu. I don't remember the Swablu's name. And then I had created a Mareep, and they were both cloud themed, and they were both magical girls. And it was so funny. We didn't intend it for it to be like that. Me and Arya just kind of like, me and Arya did confer a little bit about what Pokemon we may be adding and what Pokemon we weren't necessarily like on each other's radars. But we added them, and it was so festive, and it was so nice to see that they were both part of Damsel's team throughout at least the majority of the playthrough. I don't know who was on the final team in Damsel's playthrough. It's been a hot minute since then. But I really wanted to see Sparkle have a similar run, at least, and I'm glad that we got to see Serenity have that kind of run. I wish that Sparkle had more energy given to her, but it was between Sparkle and Eva Electric, so it's kind of like Sparkle was set up. I knew we were going to have a cosplay Pikachu. I thought it was going to be later in the game. But like I had to do, but you have to do some of those moments in the earlier part of the game. So I was like, we're already in here, and I don't know if I'm going to be making it back to we're already in here, and I don't know if I'm going to be making it back to any of these contest halls anytime soon. So I was like, we might as well get it, and then y'all voted her in. So she was kind of set up, but it's almost kind of like Sparkle is kind of giving like Eva Electric's understudy a little bit. Like, if it didn't happen the way that it did, we would have seen more of Sparkle, I'm sure, because I know that y'all really do love Pachirisu, and I love a Pika clone, and it was kind of like, that was a really good choice from Damsel. I wish that we could have executed it a little bit differently, and maybe in the future we'll see something similar happen in another playthrough. Not too much, Drago, help! Drago said Sparkle who? Right. Right. No, like low-key. I won't say that Damsel was in her feelings. Damsel's here and she can speak for herself. But what I will say is... what do I need to make these windows? I need iron ingots. And I don't have any iron ingots. I wonder if I have any iron ingots elsewhere. Me and Damsel don't get in our feelings about stuff like this, but Damsel was definitely like disappointed, I will say that. From what she said to me about it, I got a really strong impression that Damsel was disappointed that y'all didn't vote in Sparkle. It was no hard feelings. It's just Pokemon, but I feel like there was room for Sparkle and for Eva Electrix. I just don't think that y'all had like the mindset to make it happen, and that's okay. Prima Donna, I think, was on the team the longest outside of Bambi. Interesting concept, Sublink. Interesting that you say that. I will keep that under advisement. I did really like Constrictor, though. It was sad to see her go, but honestly, it was kind of her time. Because, you know, sometimes with the playthrough, it gets to a point where it's kind of like, one of these things is not like the other. You know what I mean? And in the case of a girly pop block, where it's like when one of these things is not like the other, it's like that's a good time to see Miss Girl out. I hate to say it that way, but it is just the truth. Yes, exactly. No, because like I thought Sparkle was cute, and I put a lot of effort into that blingy too. Every blingy that was made for the Pokemon that were being introduced specifically through the every blingy that you saw throughout the playthrough that was supposed to represent any Pokemon was made by me. I put like a good hour and a half into that blingy that I made for Sparkle, and it was supposed to be like a Fruitiger Arrow but pink kind of concept, and I thought it was so cutesy, and then y'all didn't give a fuck. And y'all didn't vote her in, and y'all weren't thinking about her. And also, it takes so much energy. Not that you owe me anything for this capacity, because I didn't just do it for y'all. But to make all the Pelipper deliveries, especially the Pelipper deliveries where a Pokemon was being delivered and not just a letter, took so much energy, and it took so much stuff. I have to download, because you know I have to download the cry for the Pokemon, the sprite for the Pokemon. I have to record for the delivery of the Pokemon and ad-lib what the hell is going on with it and all the other stuff. Or like the video where I was doing the video where mysteriously and magically it seems like two Pokemon magically become shinies, which was the Beautifly and the Skitty, and then y'all didn't vote in the Skitty, and I had taken so much time, and the Beautifly was only back for one episode before y'all kicked her off again. That shit was so messy. It was messy, but it was also funny that y'all, it's funny because like you never know when you're doing something like this who's going to care about what. Like I had put in, because like there were so many times, or like the Kecleon, I thought y'all were gonna care about the Kecleon more than you did. I genuinely did think that y'all were gonna care about the Kecleon more than you did. And so to see the Kecleon not get voted in at all, I was gagged. And like nobody wanted the Kecleon, nobody was thinking about the Kecleon, and maybe it's because of who was there at the time, but it was still just very gaggy for y'all to just like, y'all see some Pokemon, y'all pay her dust. You did a chest workout. Okay, period. Not Bubble Butt Basin. Leave a one in the chat if you got a bubble butt in the basin. The Clone Sisters. Who were the Clone Sisters? What did I miss? Sparkle and Eva? Yes! So, okay, so here's the lore. Let's give it a little bit of lore just to make it fun because we're trying to recover from the trauma that of the fact that Sparkle never made it onto the team. So, Sparkle and Eva actually debuted as a duo group, but they only released one EP and then they broke up because they were having contractual issues. And so then Sparkle goes on to be a part of the team, and then she's like trying out for the new group or whatever. She ends up being in the group with Bambi and Prima Donna and Margaret. You know, Constrictor was a really strong front runner, but never really had her time. Like, the girls are really fighting for their spots, but like at the end of the day, like Sparkle just didn't make it through, and like Eva still thinks about her, and like they're still friends on like social media and stuff, but we just don't really hear about Sparkle the same way. That's what it's giving. Like, she's gone, but she's not forgotten. You know what I mean? Like, R.I.P. Sparkle. I didn't really have any strong feelings about it, but I was just kind of like, damn, y'all really fucked up. Like, y'all really got Damsel fucked up. Damsel put in so much effort to think about that Pachirisu. I just know it. I just know it. And like, even as the producer of the series, like it's really easy for me to say like, oh well, I can just like I can set it up to where y'all are gonna vote this Pokemon in, or like it's gonna be like this Pokemon. And but even in the event where like I put like a really cutesy, well-loved, well experienced Pokemon on the panel to be voted for, y'all still may or may not actually give a shit, and y'all still may or may not actually vote that Pokemon in. And it's so funny because it's like fun to predict which Pokemon it's going to be that you don't care about until you actually just until it actually happens. Though there's just no way. There's no way to know which one which one y'all are gonna care about, and which one y'all aren't gonna care about. Oh my god, that looks so much better. People do love the drama. I also love the drama. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, it's not that I'm trying to sway the way that the votes go. Sometimes I am, because I do think it's funny when we get the drama and y'all will be fighting for your lives for a Pokemon that has not contributed anything to the team and is not going to get any play. Or like, for example, with like the Latias, like y'all really wanted the Latias, y'all really liked the Latias, and I did too, don't get me wrong, but I didn't see longevity with that Latias even if she stayed on the team, because Latias is just such a finicky Pokemon to use. Although I did give y'all an opportunity to bring Spirit Sky back and y'all didn't, so I was kind of like, oh, y'all really don't miss her that much, huh? Oh, the drama about Emerald Sun? Y'all, did y'all really think that I was gonna put a cutie pop in the egg like that? Did y'all really trust me that I was gonna be putting a cutie pop in the egg? Y'all know my taste. Although to say that Bagon and Salamence are like my favorite Pokemon is a stretch. What did y'all think I was gonna put in that egg? Give me an example of a Pokemon that y'all thought would have been in the egg. Why would I put Feebas in the egg when we already had a Feebas on the team? Or was that the same episode? I don't recall. Now, suddenly I can't remember, but was that the same episode where we got the Feebas? I wasn't there for that episode. When I pulled up and saw it was like what it was, I was like, oh, okay, work. Yeah, I love a little twist. One thing about me is that I do love a little unpredictable twist, and I wanted to see y'all. My actual intent with the Bagon is that I did think that Salamence was a very powerful Pokemon, and ultimately Emerald Sun was a spiritual successor to what Spirit Sky was supposed to be on the team for sure, but also Emerald Sun got the last hit in the Elite Four battle. Remember? Against Steven, Emerald Sun got the last hit on Steven's Mega Evolved Metagross, and Emerald Sun wasn't even Mega Evolved. So I do think ultimately that it was going to be a very impactful member of the team, regardless of what I did with it. But I do love, as the producer, to do a little shakeup, because I think that it pulls y'all together as a group when y'all have a common enemy. And although I didn't necessarily plan it out to where it was like so calculated that I knew y'all were gonna hate it, I knew that there was going to be pushback when y'all saw that it was going to be a Bagon turning into a Shogun turning into a Salamence. I was just surprised that nobody actually was like, we need to get this thing off of the team. We need to get this thing off of the team, because like y'all have been like that in the past, and y'all will be like that again. Top 10 anime betrayals by episode 1. It was not episode 1. The Feebas was not introduced in episode 1. I believe I got the Feebas when I got to Slateport Cities, which should have been episode 2 or 3 actually. And then that was the same, whenever I got to Slateport City was also when we got Sparkle, and that's also when we got Eva Electrics, because we also caught the mine in that day, and all of that happened on the same day, and y'all were voting on, and this is the other thing about me being a producer of a series like this, y'all were voting on Minun, Eva Electrics, and Sparkle, among other Pokemon. Like, that was some drama. That was good TV to me. The plot of it all being that y'all had to vote on 3 different Pika clones, and all of them were super cute, and all of them deserved to be put on the team because all of them are iconic in their own right. Like, that, to me, that's some good TV. If you want to specifically know when the Feebas was added to the team, I do believe that there was at least one episode where it was a Feebas, and it is, you can see it based on the like, I posted a team card every time we had an episode, so you could definitely see it in the team card when Prima Donna was a Feebas prior to her becoming a Milotic, which was like literally like the next episode, I think. Oh, this looks so much better. I'm excited now. Yeah, you were looking up how to get it. Meanwhile, the whole time I was already planning on putting a Feebas in the playthrough just like that. Like, I already knew by the time that we were getting to that part of the playthrough, I didn't know by episode 1, but I knew by about episode 3 that by about episode 2 that I was going to be doing something like that with the Feebas specifically, because like Feebas and Milotic are so festive, and I do love a Feebas, I do love a Milotic, although for the next playthrough it's very unlikely that we're going to be seeing a Feebas or a Milotic, so you got what you wanted, but it comes with the cost. And I'm sure that Feebas and Milotic are at least available in the games to be had. I don't know if you're going to be able to capture them, but it is what it is. Very unlikely. Hi, Pero. Pero, I was just talking about how I wish they did your Kecleon better. Is there anything else that y'all would like to discuss about the GPL at all? The Swallow, Miss Brenda. What would I say? Swallow is not a very girly pop Pokemon, so I didn't necessarily see a strong future for Brenda Song. I was excited to see where Brenda Song went because Brenda Song, like Pokemon that get iconic names like that, usually they do get a lot of play and a lot of interaction, especially if people feel passionately about them. And I did think in my head that there was a possibility where Brenda Song could be one of the mainstays of the playthrough. But I gave y'all multiple opportunities, not constant, but multiple, less than some, but more than others, for y'all to put Brenda Song on the team, and it never happened. And that's the kind of thing where it's a little bit out of my control. Like, yes, I wanted her to be there, and yes, I did think that it was a good Pokemon for the playthrough, but also, you know, I like a lot of the early Pokemon in a lot of the Pokemon games, but there were so many, like Hoenn is one of those games where there's so many water type Pokemon. There's so many grass type Pokemon. There are so many unique and specific Pokemon to this particular region that it's hard, not everybody's going to be pleased with the way that a playthrough goes. And you know, I don't necessarily regret how things went with Brenda Song because it wasn't really even in my control on whether or not it was going to happen. But what I will say is that, like, she was an icon, and I'm glad that she has a community standing behind her. And hopefully in the future we can see something better happen for her. Maybe one day we can have a reunion and playthrough or something where we see like all the icons from previous, a lot of them, maybe not all of them, but a lot of them be added into the playthrough in some capacity. That would be really interesting. I don't even know what game we could do that in, considering that I've done a lot of playthroughs and I just don't know. Oh, I'm out. Oh, we're so close too. I'm going right back to Withered Wasteland. I am bad with names, but I was gagged with the Elite Four queen that had her own Milotic. She was trying to come for our spotlight. The Elite Four. I don't think anybody in the Elite Four had a Milotic, but Wallace from the Sootopolis City Gym did have a Milotic. She's just on hiatus. She will always be a part of the journey. Right. Shout out to Manoa. No shade. It was that was a crazy deep cut on the lease. Not because it wasn't relevant, but just simply because it's like, yikes. Anyway. $120. I don't know if you actually, on the least, are you referencing Cat's Eye? Because they literally did say that about Manon recently. Yeah, I was concerned. Like, that Milotic was almost Prima Donna's Ender. Actually, the entire battle with Wallace was almost Prima Donna's Ender. Hootie Fruity. We met that song may never see the light of day. It's confirmed. It is. Help. They teased. I'm sick. Them delivering the brain rot equivalent to a baddie anthem is killing me. The fact that they've done it multiple times now. Okay, Smear Guru, I can take you underwater or whatever, but I'm not trying to run you out there to the bubbly basin right now. I think that Smeargle is the least dog-like Pokemon that is based on a dog that we have. Although, don't talk about Okidogi right now. It's a different song, though. Okay. Portuguese? While I'm finishing this building, this is your last call to talk about anything GPL related before I completely move on, because once I go back to the bubbly basin, I'm locking in. Actually, the first thing that I'm going to do when I go back to the bubbly basin is I might... Maybe I won't. It was a great season, and I'm excited to do more.
Wig, did you just say wig?
Yes.
I know, wig. I feel that already.
What is wig? What is wig?
No, it's not your language. It's just.
Actually, fun fact, actually, wasn't Princess and Prima Donna both on the champion teams of their individual playthroughs? What are you saying about a Feebas? Help. Princess was on the final team. I remember Princess being on the final team because she was fighting Cynthia's Milotic. We need Penelope. Well, I would not name her Penelope. We were going with the theme. This GPO was very inspirational. I'm glad you think so. Okay, now look at that. Isn't that a beautiful building? Actually, and now the exterior of the building is completed. Can we get a round of applause? Right, yes. Okay, now let me throw some elevators in there. I think I need at least a good 3. Yeah, for those upper floors. I'm not gonna work on the, I'm not gonna work on the fire exit yet, the fire escape just yet, but I'm glad that we finally got that done. Because, girl, it's been a long time coming with this building. Like, I originally built this building and then I expanded it so much that it, like, needed that extra, like, you know. Hi now. What were we doing? What are we going? Where are we going? What are we doing? I think that building looks great. Thank you. Hope all is well. All is well. Thank you so much, Nell. I hope everything is well with you. How are you? What's tea? What is everybody up to? Tell me what y'all got going on while I make my way back to the bubbly basin. You're still playing Overwatch, period, and yet you're very active in this chat. I'm lurking and working on trying to do some plant ID stuff. Okay, period. Not too much on it, but what kind of plants are you trying to identify? Now I'm curious. Involve me. Thank you. I think that I want to move this shop. Okay, so right now we have Fiona working the shop. Even though previously it was Floatzel, and Fiona is selling the same shit that Floatzel was selling earlier. Is somebody in the Pokemon Center? And Floatzel is here selling a bunch of different stuff. Some begonias that a visiting expert said I was wrong. Oh. Not the begonias. I do love like an ornamental begonia variety. They are just very pretty. Although I also don't know very much about like the different varieties of begonias. I know that there's like an entire community of begonias similar to like orchids or some of those other like, you know, a little bit more finicky plants, but I don't really know about like the whole tea on begonias the way that I do about maybe some other plants. Okay, so I'm actually gonna finish building this house, I think. I mean, I have some of the items. I know I have other stuff in there. I'll need to make a few sash windows. I'll probably predict where those sash windows can go after I kind of work on it. We'll do roof wall for sure. I'll get this. I'm gonna be using that anyway. I don't need the horizontal window panes. I guess we'll come back for the rest. Okay, so let's do rough wall right here. And there's clearly a roof that comes up to this level. And that also comes up this direction. I filled in this wall, but I'm probably gonna break out of this wall and maybe put another window there. Although window to what? Don't ask me. Ah! No! Oh no, this is all supposed to be one step lower, I see. I see. No, this is not supposed to be a step lower though, because this is like, okay, I get it. No, I get it. Stop explaining it to me. No, I get it. Like, stop, like, explaining, like, you get it. Oh my. Okay. So then I go up here, and then I go like this. Meanwhile, I'm not even explaining to myself. I'm explaining to y'all. Why am I talking to myself? Hello? Oh, I see. This is supposed to be one of these. And then this is supposed to be like this. So then I could do this. Gorgeous. I don't have as many of those as I needed. Help. Okay, but I can fill the rest of these in. Y'all think I should level this? What's back here? There's probably something down underneath this. I couldn't tell you what it is. Y'all think I should level this? Would y'all take down this little mountainside? If leave a one in the chat if you care. Help. Maybe eventually, because I'm sure I'm gonna need more glass. Okay. And so okay, so we could definitely crack some of this wall. Crack some of this wall. And we need to put some more of this roofing up here. I don't even know if I have the recipes for these roofs yet. Probably not. Crack. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. What am I here for? I'm actually looking for a building kit. Because they have usually like a building kit, but that's normally not until the end. So I might not be able to even make the roofs yet. Bum, 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 bum.
Just as I thought. Trash.
Trash. Yes. What are you crashing out about today? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. So in the meantime, actually the sparkling jewelry is gonna help me make a environment specifically for Miss Girl, because she requested an environment, so we can make one for her. She needs a dresser, a marine chest, a bottle ship, and a sparkling jewelry. I don't know if I have the recipe for a marine chest at all. Excuse me. I might have to go to a stormy island and go collect a couple items. I do have the marine chest. Ba-da-ba-bow! Does she like a dark area? She does like it dark. Okay, girly, I'll give you a dark area right here. However, they are training opportunities. Well, yes. Miss Girl, I have a house for you. You can step away from this construction job for just a moment. A bon appetit. It's so cute. She's so cute. Look at her. She's like wearing a little dress. She's so cutesy. Where's the boy? I need another one immediately. Immediately. Not where's the boy. Bye. Yes, Luminion is in here too. Sublink, I don't know if you're here, but remember when I tried to convince you that Luminion was white? I genuinely thought Luminion was white. No shade. Do I have a bottle ship in here? Message in a bottle? I don't. I just thought it was white. I thought it was white. I thought every time that it was depicted, it was in like an underwater context. So like, I always thought because it was like a deep sea Pokemon and the way that it was drawn, because of the way that it was drawn, I always perceived it to be being conveyed in like an underwater context. So I always considered it to be white because underwater it would be blue. That's my truth. I'm speaking my truth. And also, this is a very light blue, I must say. And like in real life, like, you know, the animals that they look like are like a white, they're like a bluish white, like in context, even underwater right now, in context, this could be white above water. That was my point. Not too much on me. Okay, what else do I want to do right now? I want to keep building. Do I have a Starmie doll on me? I don't have a Starmie doll on me, but I have a Starmie doll in there. Drifloon, hello? Yes. Hey y'all, finger hearts, finger hearts. It would be so funny if somebody donated right now to my new VTuber fund. Please, thank you. Finger hearts, finger hearts. Much love to the community. Thank you so much. I really appreciate everything that y'all do for me. I really appreciate it. It would be so funny and so funky and so fresh if somebody donated to the VTuber model fund right now. It would be so funny. You know, like y'all really don't understand. It would be so haha funny. Like hee hee. Like I'm giggling right now just thinking about it. Like it would be so funny. Like. To be frank, Shiny Luminion is like an off-white, almost light brown kind of tea. I would say that's off-white. It is not light brown. You could convince me that it's a light sandy color, but it is not brown. Actually, the Pokemon itself is brown, but the white color specifically is not brown. It's like you could say it's a khaki color almost, a very bright khaki. But it's not even brown for real. No, not really. Not truthfully. I like Shiny Luminion. There's a lot of corals out here. I'm confused. Okay, well, there's no new Pokemon in here. I actually specifically came in here because I was going to be looking for like special items more so than the rest of this stuff. Like, I love the seaweed, I love the coral, and we can get more of the coral and more of the seaweed, but I don't need it right now, so I'm not stressing. I was torn between getting a sub or donating to your VTuber model, and I chose the VTuber model because I feel like it goes a longer way. It does, but also you should do things that benefit yourself as well. Although with the amount of money that you sent to the VTuber model, the next time you consider subbing, you should just get Twitch Turbo or something, or whatever the fuck it's called. Although that really doesn't benefit me at all. I don't think I get anything from you having Twitch Turbo. That's a big ass building for this to be just a little like, look at this big ass building. It's basically like you can, it's like this subscription service where you can turn off your ads. Look at this big ass building. Sub-a-dub-dub in the tub. I don't know why that like alert didn't go off. Let's see if I can reset that. I can't send the alert again, but thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you. I'd rather it benefit you. Thank you so much, Drago. I appreciate it. I'm still very appreciative of the donations I have got, so I'm glad. Because it'll be really exciting. It'll be really exciting. Y'all want to talk about momentous occasions. First of all, show up to the presentation on Friday where we're going to be talking about all the other shit that I'm going to start planning if I'm not already planning it. But also, y'all want to talk about momentous occasions. It's going to be a huge celebration when I get a new VTuber. Yeah, maybe for like a cat or something. I'm actually here looking for another structure. So like we have this one big building right here and there's no other building out here. This building is fucking huge though. And I will be coming back and extracting from it, trust, but do any of y'all happen? Oh, the building is right here. It's literally right here. Hello? This is what I was looking for too. Does it have a ship in a bottle or anything like that? It does have another Pikachu. Thank you. I'll take that. A Pearl Street light. Does anybody have a headcanon for my lore? Like the lore of my VTubers? What is your headcanon? If you have a headcanon, speak on it. What is your perception of these characters as they have been set forth to you by me? Oh, I'm gonna come back for that too. I think I would really like to actually genuinely, I don't know if I'm gonna get a kit for this or what. I think I would like to have like a building like this though in the in my area where it's like all glass. It's so cute. It feels like a little like a terrarium or something. It's cute, isn't it? Oh. Ooh. Okay, yeah, I'm just kind of wandering aimlessly because what I wanted is not out here. Well, at least let me go and pick up all the items that are out here, though, because there's a bunch of items. And taking extremely slow, no pressure. Yes, exactly. And that's the way to do it. If you're apprehensive, to go with caution. I'm not fast tracking anything. I'm actually, this is the only Pokopia stream that we're doing this week. This might be the only time that I play Pokopia for the next couple of days. I haven't really decided or thought about it at all. Tomorrow we're supposed to be playing ZA, which we probably will, but I don't know if I was dedicating myself to spending multiple hours at a time playing ZA or maybe like 2. But for this stream, I was definitely gonna go to at least 3, probably 4, because right now we're already at 247. Like, a lot of posters. I do love the style of these builds. I actually think they're so interesting. And I do want this building, but I'm not like I'm not gonna stress myself out about any of this, because what I actually wanted is neither of these. I actually wanted the building materials specifically to build the other building, and that's why I'm sitting here confused. I wanted the building materials to make the other building, and there isn't one of those out here. But that's what I wanted. Oh, good stretch. I really want Taco Bell, y'all. It's not even funny. You were fiending for it last night? Yes. Pickled, let's go. Come pick me up. I'll put my shoes on right now. My hair is already pulled back. Like, we can go.
Let's ride. Let's ride.
Y'all want me to crash out? Y'all want to see me crash out? Do y'all want to see me crash out? Do y'all want to see me crash out? All I need is these freaking pieces for this freaking... Oh. I mean, I need to time travel anyway, but like... I thought my crash outs were funny to y'all. What happened? Oh, Pickles is on his way. Oh, y'all, I gotta end stream. Pickles is gonna come pick me up. We're going to Taco Bell. See y'all later. I don't know what this other build is supposed to look like, because this is supposed to be like one of those ones, right? Oh, that's cute. Yeah, we're definitely moving this shop out of here. I don't know what we're gonna do with the shop right now, but that shop is definitely not gonna stay in there. Because why would I leave it there like that? Why would a shop be there? I too would end a stream to go get food. I'm not going to end a stream to go get food, although I did pause my stream to go make something in the microwave a little bit ago. You were there for that. No! No! Cut the cameras. I started fucking up the wall. I hate when I fuck up the wall. Y'all, what else? Like, wait, I was gonna ask y'all, like, what are, well, like, I guess ask is the wrong way to put it. I was going to start speaking about how, like, I don't think that, like, I was gonna start speaking about special interests, and then I was like, you know, I was going to basically say, like, a lot of my special interests y'all are already aware of because I showcase them on stream. Like, Pokemon is a special interest of mine, right? Like, I feel like I know more about Pokemon than the average Pokemon player, right? Which is partially because of my media retention skills, but also partially just because, like, you know, I be in it or whatever. I like to play these games. Like, that's my shit. That's my cookie. That's my juice. National Geographic. This does feel so much better. Also, I saw on TikTok, did y'all know that the Sakura, y'all know about like how Sakura in Naruto had a, was supposed to have a sword? Treasure map 3. Treasure map 3, what is this? Is that supposed to be the Pokemon? What is this? Is that supposed to be the gym? Well, that's not too far away from where we are. The gym is like, is it over there? Where the heck is the gym? Oh, this is the gym right here. So yeah, there should be something right here then. Let's go to like the front of the gym. Is that this? Right? Yeah, because this is the gym, so it should be something like right here. You have written a bit more than you thought in the suggestions channel. Well, I would love to read it. Let me go give it a glance. Rose, you might have these thoughts. Rose, do you have any particular thoughts about yeah, so it's supposed to be like this spot in front of the Pokemon gym. Let's go this way. Rose, I was asking earlier if anybody has any headcanons about any of my OCs. Do y'all have headcanons? What do y'all think? Oh, there is something here. The decorative dive ball. Look at this. And there's even like a little chair. The sand chilling in the air. Well, it is chilling in the water, but you're right. It is just floating there. Sorry, not sorry. Ah! Ah! What the heck? I'm confused on how this works. Oh, that's what this is. It's like a gradient wall. And then it just goes right into the simple flooring, which is right here. which is like this. Do I have any more gradient wall? I do. I also have more simple flooring, which this needs to go here. In a similar way to how I see myself in this aspect, I see you see me as a Nikki type of character in multiple universes, but the same person's soul, but not because it's a different version, but because it's okay. Yes. Yes, and I've talked about that before, like on my I think it was on my Blue Sky specifically, Rose, where I was kind of like, my VTuber, you know, my art pop could be anything. Like my VTuber can have any persona applied to it. Oh, this is pretty. What the hell? This is pretty, and it's 2 different patterns back here. Y'all, look at these patterns. I'll show those to Smear Guru later. What's down here? It's blocked off, y'all. Let me in! There's so much going on. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I'm gagged because, like, Sabrina's gym was not like this. Like, it was not like, there was not, like, underground aspects to it and other stuff going on. And, like, I've already been down here. I didn't realize that this was all part of the same, like... Girl, get into it. I didn't realize that this was all part of the gym. Like, I was like, yeah, no, like, yeah, like, no, like, yeah, like, I'll come back and I'll come and fix this room up a little bit. No, I never did. Me tearing up the wall. Very magical eyeballs? Well, yes. I think that's just the VTuber, though. The full photo album is so real. Yeah, I'm always filling up this photo album. I'm trying to print a lot of stuff, like... Eventually, I'm gonna put stairs on here, but none of these stairs. Ah! Sorry for the guttural response. I'm just trying to live my life. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the guttural response. Oh my god. I'm just trying to clear out this little jib and I keep knocking over all the blocks. I'm sick. I am just living my truth. Yes, but I think wiggly eye is like the cool uncandy because no other person can do that except for me. An alien, magic, jelly. You're onto something there, Rose. Canines. I guess historically that might be true. Historically. Girl, we should put some coral or something in this pool. Like, if there's not gonna be any freaking water in there, we might as well put something interesting in there. It's very warning signs interlude, like I do. Into like I do. The yell that I just did. I just don't want to see them here forever. You know, it takes a long time for the blocks to like disappear. Like there's the whole like littering of blocks up here previously. And the only reason that there's not a littering of blocks here anymore is because I broke some blocks down somewhere else. Do y'all think this house is cute? I think it needs more windows, but I do think it's cute. I'll put a window right here. Ooh. It's giving blue suburban. Blue neighborhood by Troye Sivan. Leave this blue neighborhood. Never knew loving could feel this good. Oh, hold on. And it drives me wild. Hey, hey, hey. Cause when you look like that, I never ever wanted to be so bad. Oh, and it drives me wild. You're driving me wild, wild, wild. Hey. On Snapchat, sending snaps with the logo drawn. What is that song called? Wild Troye Sivan. Blue Neighborhood. That's my shit. Hey! Down. Troy is coming back. I also love Troy. Hey. I think Troy is gonna come back with some kind of like rock moment. That's what it's giving. Everybody's coming back with a rock moment but Katy Perry. And it drives me wild. 'Cause when you look like that, never ever wanted to be so bad, oh. And it drives me wild. Wild. Thinking about Troy and drag. Troye Sivan and drag is not real, it can't get you. Meanwhile, Troye Sivan and drag. Hey! Now, as we're still to the weekend. Oh, my head. Leave this blue neighborhood. Never. Hey, hey. Cause when you look like that, never ever wanted to be so bad, oh. And it drives me wild. Oh, these are broken. Wild. Wild. Hey. Can non-water types go underwater? It depends. So like Smear Guru and Twink Master, they can go underwater. Apparently, that's not true for a big baddie, Tangrowth. I don't know if Pikachu can go underwater or not. Same is true for Moslax. I don't know if Moslax can go underwater either. But Twink Master and Smear Guru can go underwater. Other Pokemon, like if I was gonna take, I was telling y'all about this previously, but like I saw somebody was taking like a bunch of Pokemon on TikTok through it into the underwater area. Even water Pokemon like Suicune. Suicune cannot sit in the underwater area. For example, even though Suicune is an aquatic Pokemon, it's a water type Pokemon, but it cannot swim. It doesn't swim. It runs on top of the water. It'll run on top of the water. Same thing with like Golden Go. It'll sit on top of the water, but it's not going to. Wild, wild, hey. It's not going to it's not going to stay completely submerged. Petal. Smear Guru is never at his fucking house, bitch. You're lucky somebody just come over here and drop some honey on these flowers. Bye, Broke Beach. Oh, so you're saying I was yelling like Ariana does in the end of the song, of warning signs that goes into you, or like I do. Also, I have a strong suspicion that like I do specifically, actually she is sampling another song from Eternal Sunshine. What song is that? Did I make that up in my head? Let's research, mama. Hold on. I thought it feels like it samples another song. I just don't remember which one it is. You think Ube is an Ariana fan? Fan. You think Ube is an Ariana fan? It's like the end part where she's like, it's one of the songs from either Eternal Sunshine or Positions. It feels like, but I can't tell which one it is. Is it 6:30? Is it 6:30? Is it 6:30? It's not 6:30, it's another song. Is it Safety Net? What song is it? Nasty? I don't fucking know. I'm sick to my stomach. Anyway. Tap in, gay people. Here's your gay music for the day. How was Jollibee your first time you had it? I've never had it before. Did you love it? Leave a one in the chat if you're gay people. What do I not have that's disallowing me from making these freaking windows? Oh, nothing actually. Also, hi Moss. I don't know if I ever said hi to you, but I know I spoke to you. Hello. I hope you're having a great day. I probably will come back and decorate this house later, but I don't know who's gonna live here besides me, so I'm not gonna do that right now. Oh, were you sharing with someone? I see. Well, that's disappointing, but I hope the rest of your time went well. This was my favorite song off of Pedal, but recently it's actually changed. Fun fact. No one fucks you like I do. So this is my house. I would have gotten another sandwich, but the line was too long. I had dinner plans. Yeah, my actual favorite song off of the album right now is actually going to be my favorite song off of Pedal currently, because it's switched. It was Like I Do, and then it became Oh Well. Bad guys all go to hell. Things can't replace dysfunction, possession. Although I also really like Stay. This time, na 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 na, stay. Time, maybe safe. This time, stay. And honestly, you know, people were calling it experimental, but a lot of these songs do sound like the same, like, okay, cut the cameras, not really cut the cameras, but partially cut the cameras, because we're not going to go back to listening to music. But I do feel like Pedal also energetically is pulling specifically from Positions and Eternal Sunshine in a lot of ways, especially like the later parts of Eternal Sunshine. Like when she re-released Eternal Sunshine with the other songs, like it's like that's Pedal right there. Like she's baby sister. They make a trio. No, I don't think all of Ariana's albums go in trios, but I do think that Positions, Eternal Sunshine, and Pedal are all kind of like similar energy, similar era. Hi, Kira. How are you doing, Kira? Hello, Kira. What are you up to? How are you feeling, Kira? How was tea? All right, y'all. Let's go decorate this freaking gym. We're not gonna decorate it fully. I just want to put a few things in here. Oh, perfect. You had a big dinner? What did you eat? Was it good? I haven't had dinner, but I'm thinking about having some chicken cutlet and I have some pasta from the other day. I mixed the Alfredo sauce. What would y'all call that? I mixed my Alfredo sauce with marinara that I had in the fridge. What would you call that sauce? A hypothesis. I didn't think about it like that. A blush sauce, right. It was a pot roast and mashed potatoes, and it was so good. I thought that was well, let's get the research team. Let's talk about it. No, let's find the answers. Everybody's got question marks suddenly. Let's figure it out. Come on now. Yo, if I don't Don't at me, but if I rewatched the Avatar series, would y'all watch it again with me? Oh, so y'all would rewatch it with me. Thank you. Good to know. I'll keep it in mind. Would you call yourself a bubble buddy, Rose? A bubble buddy? Girl, not you. Anywhere but here. I guess she found her way out of the cerulean basement, it seems. I just decorated it a little bit so that it's more pleasant when the Pokemon that is supposed to live in here actually comes up in here. You know what I mean? Like, not too much on it. Also, look at this bike poster. This is perfect for the bike shop. There's probably already one in there. I also love the colors. Look at this. It's match hopping a bunch of the fighting types. We already saw this one, or at least we saw it on stream already. And then here's one with Arcanine, it's security, and then this is the bike poster. That's nice. Honestly, when I first saw this and like they confirmed that this was the Cerulean Gym, like that happened on stream, but like I was like, oh, Misty's dead? Like, bitch, I was about to cry. RIP to my homegirl. Speaking of the bike, not too much. Like this is much more pleasant to me. You know what I mean? It's pleasant because like you can't fill the pool with anything unless you were to drain the entire building. And the only way that you could drain the entire building is if you closed it off. While I'm here, I might as well put some more sand in here because I'm sure I'm going to need some more glass here soon. Okay, we're shifting a day ahead. We only have a little bit left for stream because I was only going to go to 4 hours. And then we're probably going to raid out if there's enough of us to do so. So please stick around. But I am going to shift ahead a day just because I want to see if I'm going to get my town upgraded. I also do just want to say that I do encourage y'all, if y'all are ever looking for someone to hang out, if y'all are ever looking for someone to hang out with, or y'all are ever like, you know, trying to like spend some time online, especially parallel play, I do recommend doing that in the VCs in my server. It's always open. There's always at least one person looking for something to do. V was looking for somebody to hang out with last night and there was nobody. And then I ended up getting off and like You know, I know that y'all be like that sometimes. Feel free to use my server for whatever it's for. It's there for y'all to use it. It's there for y'all to communicate with each other, not just to communicate with me. Please use the server. Please utilize the server. It is there for you. Enjoy it. Also, we finished the building. This building looks a lot different than this building, actually. I don't know what was here before. Do I have any of that grass? I'm sure I do, but it's all over here. I was wrong about the bolognese sauce. That is meat marinara with milk added, but low-key Alfredo sounds better. Yeah. So did you figure out what they actually would call it if you mix marinara and Alfredo together? But like, you know, previously, like I've had people say like, I don't want to be like intruding in the server or anything like that and stuff like that. Shout out to the person who said that if you're here, looks around. But like, I want y'all to utilize the server. It is there for your enjoyment. Please utilize the server, utilize the stickers, utilize the emotes, utilize everything. Go in there and talk about your favorite things. A good example of this is how I'm always having V go in there and tell me about all of his special interests, because V has a lot of special interests and he likes to talk about them a lot. And I like to hear about them because it makes him because he's passionate about that. Please go talk about that kind of stuff in the Discord and encourage your fellow pollinators to do the same thing. What do you want? Pink paint. Oh, your girly pop. Oh, and this is what this house comes with. Look at all this cute stuff. We are definitely replacing every block in this home with a pink block, but look at all this cute stuff. Oh, this is perfect. I also love the flooring. What am I here for? Oh. There's music. I have a generator. I only have 50 rough wall. Let me see if I can make some more. Marinara Alfredo is just called pink rosa sauce, apparently. I was expecting something fancier. I don't know, it was good to me. Leave a 1 in the chat if you like pink sauce. The environment level increased, y'all. Yes, so I'm gonna have my pretty pink Alfredo. Thank you. I'm gonna go and paint this roof, and I'm gonna paint this wall too. When I do a new playthrough and I come forth and I say this is the team that we're gonna start with, how does that make y'all feel? Do y'all like when I start off with like a team, a concept that I've developed, and then we work from there? Like if we were gonna do another girly pop block or something, or would y'all rather it be like y'all have an input on the originating team and the future team? Oh, you like that, Drago? It gives a good foundation, I see. What I will say about Emerald Sun, though, the thing about Emerald Sun, I feel like Emerald Sun is such a, like the name sounds like a She-Ra character or something. You know what I mean? But honestly, so does Salamence. Salamence kind of looks like a She-Ra character, not too much. I think of most reality competition shows where the contestants are already picked. Yeah, I also think I also think at least with the most recent one, it did kind of beef up the team. So like when there was voting, like we could start voting immediately, and it wasn't like oh, we just caught all these Pokemon this episode kind of thing. Like, so we're gonna have to do something special. It's just easier to be like, so we're gonna vote based on who is already here. Hi. I do have some grubby pearls. Actually, would you like to see them? I have 28. I'll give you 10. Have fun. This house is going to be for Corsola and for Love Disc, most likely. And I already love the furniture, so I'm just going to leave the furniture as is, but I want the walls and the pillars to be pink. Or at least to be a different color. I might make the walls, like, the pillars a different color, but I don't know what color. How it's done. I was gonna type a lot, but then I stopped. Well, thank you for not being, what is the word? I appreciate your use of language roast. Don't get me wrong, but thank you for not typing me a paragraph. You know, yeah. You know, I know. Anyway, we're gonna get this stuff painted and I'm gonna rebuild that roof and then I'm gonna move in Love Disky and Corsola and they're gonna have that little house. You know, this is actually kind of coming together from this distance. You can really start to see exactly what I was saying when I was saying, like, I want to build, like, a downtown area. You can really see it. Like, there's, like, it's already kind of forming. Because this is already, like, the little boardwalk spot, right? But now you can start seeing that there's, like, multiple big buildings over here. Like, I wasn't playing. You know what I mean? Like, can I ask if you listened to the new Flow album? I started it. I couldn't stay committed to it because I was doing something else, but I did start it. I would like to listen to it. It's just not necessarily super duper right now. It's not on my priority list, but I will listen to it eventually. I am a fan of Flo. I was recently watching Flo interview with Kiki Palmer on her podcast. Because baby, it's Kiki Palmer. Right. I don't think I want this to be pink. I don't want it to be yellow. I think I want it to be white. I don't even think I'm going to use all 99 of these. But I might take him with me anyway. Oh, I need red paint. Sometimes I look at other people's like stuff on Pokopia, like other streamers and stuff, and their stuff will be like, you know, it's very similar to mine, where they have like really industrialized areas and really like very well developed areas, and then they have areas that are not completely finished, and they have areas that are not completely touched, like. But I always get so self-conscious in the moment because I'll be like, oh well, theirs is just like theirs is so much better than mine, like, you know, like it just looks so good, like it looks like this and it's like that, and it's like, bitch, get out of your head, because I put in like over 300 hours in this game. And the stuff that I have built, like if you go and look at like my Sparkling Skylands, like the downtown area of my Sparkling Skylands is almost completely finished, except for the one building that needs to be like fully done, and then I need to like do some extra stuff, but like it's almost completely finished. You go down there, and some areas you wouldn't even be able to tell that I haven't like completely done the entire area. You know what I mean? It's stuff like that. Like sometimes I get in my head though, because like, what the heck? What the heck? Oh, that's cutesy. But there's also the inside. That's the issue. Also, I just don't have the space or the energy a lot of times to be like doing the stuff off stream that I probably should be doing. But that's really neither here nor there. Everything's painted. All right, let's go. Y'all want to see what Smear Guru looks like in the bubbly basin? Smear Guru found face down in the surface of the water. Now I can't stop. Okay, y'all are gonna. Don't call me a bad person. Don't call me a bad. I'm thinking about. I don't remember her name off the top of my head, and you can tell me in the chat if you want to go look it up. But Neytiri's mom in the Avatar movie, when the life tree falls, the first tree that they worship falls, and she's like, ah! Ah! I'm sorry. What is her name? You gotta shout out what the other people are doing at times. I agree. What is her name? No, because why is Neytiri and her family always going through it in those movies? Like, there's never there's never like a moment of peace, except for the moment of peace that happened in between movies 1 and 2. But still, like, there's never like a moment of peace. Like, somebody's always screaming and crying about something. I'm hollering. Moa, I thought it was something like that. Yes. Oh, don't call me a bad person, please. I didn't do it, I swear. No, exactly. Like, I understand where they're coming from with the wailing, but sometimes it's a lot. And like she sees that the tree has been like destroyed, and originally she's like, ah, ah, and then she starts like losing her shades. I'm sorry. Anyway. No more. Thank you, no more. I've had enough. Thank you. No, that's fine. No, exactly. Do y'all think this is gonna be a nice house for Corsola and Love Disc to live in? Shelder, I see you, Shelder. What do you want? The thing is, like, the lore behind the original, like, so I have read up a little bit on the lore of, like, the story, because once they did the first movie, then they started doing comics and stuff. So there was, like, comics and video games and all kinds of stuff. And then we get the second movie, and then there's even more comics and video games and all kinds of stuff, right? Moa was one of the original adopters of the human culture. Like, she was one of the people who decided that, like, they were going to, one of the Na'vi who decided that they were going to start learning the language, so that way, like, there's, like, at least some kind of advantage. Although she had to seriously be convinced by the children in the tribe at the time. But and so, like, during like the entire events of, like, the first movie, it's very traumatic for her, I can only assume, because, like, originally there were other groups and there were other things going on that were preventing them from having a relationship with the more positive humans in the area, right? And, like, that's what's detailed a lot in the comics, is that, like, what the other humans and how they were interfering with the development of the like, the relationships that the humans had with the Na'vi. And so, like, genuinely, like, Moa being traumatized by the humans at all when she genuinely didn't deserve it, and especially considering the relationship that she actually had with Sigourney Weaver's character, is her name Grace? Like, I would be going through it too, trust, but I'm just saying, like, sometimes her hollering is a little... What do you mean it's giving Pink Underwater Pokemon House realness? It definitely fits. Oh, are you saying it's giving, like, Pink Underwater Pokemon? Like, it's the house of Pink Underwater Pokemon? Because it literally is, but, like, I was about to clock you, because, like, what do you mean it's giving Pink Underwater House? It is a Pink Underwater House. What do you mean? Okay, I'm gonna replace these pillars too. I actually don't like the use of the use of the foundation. I mean, we can use the foundation. We have Smearguru right here. But, like, yeah, and this is more pink concept, I get it. This is cute. Actually, this is so cute. I like it. I might edit it a little bit over time. But for what it is currently, I think this is cute. Meanwhile, Corsola has been over here like, where's my house? For the past, like, 2 days. That's not Corsola. This is Love Disc. Also, Love Disc is so cute. Anyway, where's Corsola? Help, help, look! Not too much, Star, you know! No, because like I don't know if y'all heard it, but like I heard the sound of like utter disappointment and shock coming from Staryu from behind me, and then to turn around and Staryu's just like, "Oh my God, where'd my thing go? My shelf." Oh, that's cutesy. This is so cute. Look at their little house. I really did want to put pink rocks in here, but I don't know where the pink rocks would go. I don't think there's really space for pink rock. Maybe we can put one on the outside. A roof? I don't think I can place any rocks on the roof. The only way that you can put things on a roof, like up here, is if it's like, if you build the roof and then you use a block, but like these roof pieces are not blocks. So like, because they're extending into the actual square that is the block, you can't put anything on top of them. The way she left one, I'm sick. That's so cute. And I could probably put more stuff out here too, like more items. Let's see what else I can craft. What kind of door goes to this house? Okay, this is actually a perfect picture-taking opportunity. They both went in here and closed the door. No pictures, please. Cute. Well, I hope that y'all all go enjoy all the clips that were made from today, especially me screaming like Moat from Avatar. And they already have their first visitor. Y'all saw Wimpod go in there. Should we raid? How many of us are there? There's a good number of us. We should raid someone. Who am I following who's live? Don't answer that. This is so cute. Yes, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm really happy that I finished. We're gonna raid into Gene Machine. Right now she's playing Date Everything. I will see y'all later. We're gonna play some music. Let's listen to another Ariana Grande song before we start this raid. Honestly, what if I just played Stay? I'll see y'all back. I'll see y'all here next same time tomorrow, probably real soon. We're gonna either be playing ZA or doing something else. Gene's been going for an hour and 20. Okay, start this raid. I'll see y'all soon. Copy the raid message. Copy the raid message. Be nice to Gene. I'll see y'all soon. Have fun. Bye.